Hey everybody, Saul Marquez with the Outcomes Rocket. I want to welcome you back to another podcast here from the Becker's Health IT meeting. Today, I have the privilege of being with Scott Overholt. He is the Chief Business Officer at Vyne Medical. Scott, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely. So Scott, I wanted to just start off by asking you, what is it that Vyne Medical does, and how do you add value to the healthcare ecosystem?
Yep. Well, we provide disparate communication management. Our hospital, the hospitals and health systems, 800 across the country today. We have associated quality assurance tools as well as automation.
Amazing. Sounds like you guys already have a firm base of clientele, and you're really helping them across a variety of different areas. If you had to pick sort of like the sweet spot you feel you guys add the most value in, what would you say it is?
You know, we do over hundreds of million voice transactions for our clients, over 150 million document transactions, and nearly a billion fax transactions for our clients, believe it or not. A billion pages of fax, if you can imagine.
A billion.
A billion. And the value that we bring is, if you think about, for example, let's take fax. If you think about a hospital having to deal with a fax or an electronic document or a scanned image or email attachment, they have to basically look at the image on one screen and get the data off of that image into their system, whether it's their EHR or their electronic document management system. This process takes, on average, 5.1 minutes. They came from 17 health systems at the Mayhem Conference. We did a workshop. Each is 5.1 minutes of manual effort per transaction. We have health systems that use 90 million pages of fax annually. So if you start doing the math, it's a huge amount of manual effort that's required to be able to process this output. Our solution basically automates the 5 steps required in that, which would include, document type identification, whether it's complete, believe it or not, with attachments and faxes and electronic documents, there is spam involved. This client that I'm talking about gets about 10,000 spam faxes a month. So a person has to look at this and go, that's spam, or that's incomplete. Let's send it back and get the data brought up there, the segment file, whatever's incomplete, right? And that person has to figure out, okay, it's this type of document. What do I do with it? Then the information has to be transcribed from manually off of that document into the system. It has to be indexed to the patient and has to push to the record. That's the 5.1 minute process. Our system automates that for them and gives them the same. So if you can imagine the math, billions of transactions, 5 minutes of manual effort required, that can be automated down to seconds. It's significant.
That's significant. And thanks for helping us understand that process. And the automation of it is billions of minutes at the same time, hours, days.
Absolutely.
Maybe even years.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's helping hospitals to address current situations they have. Staffing shortages, high costs, and all the challenges that they're facing with now. One way to address that is let's get rid of these mundane manual items. Just automate them. If they're automated, instead of 5 minutes to seconds, we're talking about increased cycles, which increases revenue, which increases throughput.
Patient satisfaction will be. Love it, Scott. Thank you. And so here at Becker's, what's one insight that you picked up that you have found surprising or interesting?
Yeah. I have noticed that there's a lot of talk about automation. There's a lot of futuristic looking automation opportunities. I think that my takeaway is that what's beneficial now is practical automation that's in place, that's easy to do, that has immediate ROI. Some of this stuff is really future looking, but what is practical today? What is applicable today that hospitals and health systems can deploy today to get this ROI and benefits that we're going?
Love that. That's such a great insight. And look, I really appreciate you coming in here and the work that you guys do. It's making a huge difference. If anybody listening and watching us today want to get in touch with you, what's the best way they can do that?
Yep, the best way is vynemedical.com. Get it's VYNE medical.com.
Amazing. Folks, we're going to leave the contact information in the show notes, so make sure you check those out. Get in touch with Scott and his team for the great work that they're doing. Thank you all for tuning in. And Scott, thanks for being with me.
Thank you very much.